Hey y'all, it's Kristen from our Darney Farm. It is the first day of spring. My season has arrived. I am so excited and the weather is cooperating beautifully. It is sunny. I think the high is in the 50s. It's gonna be a good day. I can feel it. I just wanted to give you like a quick springtime update about what's happening on the farm. And the first thing I wanted to show you is that we have this beautiful black cherry who is native to Virginia, and just getting ready to flower here. They will have these beautiful white flowers. The cherry blossoms that we see, the pink flowers are Asian cherry blossoms. Our native cherries have white blossoms, but they're still very pretty. And they will come off of these little kind of racemes here. Kind of hard to see them anyway. And they will produce fruit that are edible. They're really tiny. But yeah, this is our native black cherry tree. These are toxic to horses. So if you have them in an area where horses are have access to them, you'd want to be very careful and probably remove access. But this is not in a horse area at all, so it gets to stay, and I'm really excited. We also have one of our fig trees is getting ready to leaf out here. So it's one of our smaller fig trees, and then we have our larger fig tree just up the path here, who is in similar stages of trying to wake up from winter, and we can even see that we're starting to get the blossoms starting to happen. So we got some figs from him last year. It's a mature tree. I would like to graft him and put some cuttings out into our food forest. We live by an airport, a small regional airport. We do have some Bradford pears that we're still hoping on removing. We didn't get to it this year, but we have them marked. We know where they are, and hopefully by next year we can start the removal process of that. We are also inundated with periwinkle, which is an invasive species. If you don't know the problems with the pears, that is maybe a conversation for another day. But yeah, so I just wanted to kind of show what was happening on the farm, who's waking up, all that kind of stuff. I hope you hang with me. Another thing I'm super stoked about is that our chickens have been doing an amazing job turning our compost. So this is our compost pile, and the chickens have been really digging through here, shifting stuff around, just doing their best work. They're also cleaning out, I'm hoping fly larvae and stuff like that, but just this stuff is just looking gorgeous and ready to head to the garden. So we got our new fence line in, and I am obsessed. I love it so much. And I just feel like it makes everything look so much nicer. I'm just really excited we got this. We will talk about it, and I'm just really in love. One of the nice things about spring is it's really easy to identify plants in the spring. Unfortunately, that means that I have learned we have more red maples. These guys are right by our track. We're gonna have to figure something out here. I'm wondering if we can maybe trim back some branches. We're going to have to be really careful in the fall. On the downside, man, they're gorgeous. Just in time for spring, our little eastern redbud is starting to wake up. This is a young tree, and we probably won't get its signature pink flowers this year. They take a few years in order for them to fully bloom. Cleo! She's looking great. So we probably won't get beautiful blooms this year, but soon, hopefully next year or the year after, we'll have this beautiful pink canopy on this. Speaking of the Japanese cherry trees, this would be a perfect replacement. If you love the pink blooms but are trying to go native, the eastern redbud, it is a understory tree. It is kind of mid-sized tree. Highly recommend. Great for the pollinators. Gorgeous tree. Yeah, check out the eastern redbud. Ponies are headed out to the back track. Let me go liberate Balios, who's up having his alfalfa before he loses it. Well, half the team's headed up, half the team's having a nap. And Belios is, well, he's over there somewhere eating his alfalfa. Oh, Allie's on the move. Aoife has tough decisions to make. So the center here, which used to be lovingly referred to as Pooh Island, due to an unfortunate decision on my part, is starting to green up, which I was worried may never happen. We still have a little ways to go, but things are looking pretty good. I'm happy with how things are looking here. Spring means that bugs will be on the way soon. So we do have our H-trap hooked up. We had taken it down for the winter. Things were just so wet and so windy and so a lot of things. But yeah, this is the H-trap from Bite Light. It is a selective, for the most part, bug trap. Oh, I'm gonna have to go back and fix that. Selected for the most part bug trap. It works specifically on the tabanids, which are the like greenheads, the blood-sucking horseflies. It works by the bottom of this ball here heats up, and those insects hunt by heat sensing. So they are able to get attracted to that. They fly up into the cone here and then up into the trap, and then they die there. But there's no poisons, there's nothing sticky. It is a kind of safe way to control these insects. And again, as I kind of talked about in the last videos, I feel like we're gonna have a problem with horseflies. Although I will say everything's really dry right now, and I cannot imagine that this is like the same space that I was talking about in the other video, where I was so worried about how wet it is. So now I'm like, things are really dry. I hope that's not a problem. But I'm hoping as we get more ground cover in the areas that need ground cover, we will see less of this like high and low swing between the wet and the dry. Ducking under hot wire.